Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Hello. We'll give it a few minutes for everyone to join. I hope everybody is well. And yeah. Oh, there's Lawrence. Funny seeing her.
Fancy Laurence being here.
Yeah.
Hi, Laurence.
Eileen's here as well.
Hi, Eileen.
Eileen, looking forward to seeing more of how she got on. She was at Banshee Labyrinth on Monday, so that'll be interesting to find out how that went. So let us know, Eileen. We're looking forward to coming down in March and visiting it with you and investigating it with you. So yeah, that'll be cool. So you guys all ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No.
Lindsay doesn't look convinced.
Not convinced. No, I haven't even thought about it yet. There's a week.
There's a week.
No, I'm very lucky. I'm a bit of a Christmas princess. I still go to my mum's on Christmas Day and it all magically appears. So I do offer help, but I'm always told no. I think that's probably because of my cooking skills as much as anything. So yeah, I just show up and bring some Prosecco and cheese and that's about it. And have a nice day.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, sounds absolutely perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be Christmas shopping this weekend, I don't think.
No.
And as I was saying to the guys before we came on, there's a weather warning for the Highlands on Saturday as well. So yeah, not so good. So just see if anybody's come on, please say hi, because I can see we've got 5 folk on at the moment. So yeah, so it's kind of downtime now. I've kind of decided as of Friday we'll just settle down over the Christmas and New Year period, and we'll have a Highland Paranormal out of office until January. Yeah. Hi, Kimmy. Oh, Quickie and Howie. That's awesome. So just for the folk joining just now, Eileen, the Phantom Seeker guys, they were at the Banshee Labyrinth in Edinburgh on Monday investigating. We'll be joining them in March. Evening, Asta. So yeah. So quieting down paranormal wise. I think I've kind of asked. I know I've asked Kyra twice now on call what's her highlights for this year, so I'm not going to pester her again. Lindsay, what's been your paranormal highlight?
I think there's been quite a few good things this year. I enjoyed Castle Fraser. I think that gives us something different each time. I enjoyed when our American friends were over and showing them round. I think that was a nice couple of days. So I enjoyed that. There's other things in my mind's gone blank, but oh no, I know what it is. This is my all time. So Pool U this year was really interesting for me because the group I was with when we were in the room that was associated with the Titanic, I became aware that I was kind of like swaying, and I thought, okay, this is quite weird. I feel like I'm on a boat. And then I started looking around at all the rest of the team members and the guests, and I'm like, okay, everybody's doing this. And we believe it was, we were being shown what it was like to be on the Titanic. So that was really, really interesting.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that did sound really, really cool. And that room always gives us activity, which is really, really cool. Yeah. How about you, Lynn and Colin?
Oh, Castle Fraser. We were at the second Paul U house. We were in the spring. We were in Holland at the second one. Castle Fraser, yeah, it was good. Different, but good. Some activity same, some activity different. Night passed really fast. Probably the highlight of the year, we've been seeing Robert the Doll in Key West. So yeah, he was quiet. Well, we had other activity in the fort, but he was quiet. But So it was sad to get some activity round about them, but it was good to see and to hear the actual stories surrounding them, and they just hype, and how he came to be and things like that. So that was good.
Yeah.
But for you,
Well, you say nothing much happened around Robert at all, but whilst sitting there listening to the talk, I got my T-shirt pulled, which is the first time in a long time that I've actually had a physical interaction of some sort. And that was confirmed later on with the dowsing rods whilst I was speaking, but being drowned out on the video by the air conditioning units. So that was quite interesting.
we now have microphones which we'll use wherever we go back or have noisy places again.
Yeah, Castle Fraser, good. I enjoyed Mary Queen of Scots across it. Paul, you. Good to see the artefacts having sat through history lessons at a secondary school with pupils in 2 successive years doing Mary Queen of Scots. Good.
Yeah, that was a good exhibition. I was going to say, Kyra, you were quite affected by the Mary Queen of Scots exhibition.
I was. I'm a bit sort of, I don't know, I'm not much of a crier most of the time, but I just found myself really emotional in there while you were doing the dowsing rod session. And yeah, fairly tearing up. I couldn't explain why.
Yeah, it was really weird. And I think we kind of said on the last call that quite a few other people had the same experience. Not only when we were there, but during the year while the exhibition was on, that people by the time they got through it would be in tears.
Yeah. And it kind of stayed with me as well. That was the last room we did, and afterwards I felt really quite shaken up and emotional. It was kind of just, that was all my energy gone by that point, you know.
Yeah, it really, really strange. And I mean, obviously, Hannah did the drawing in there as well. We've had connections on both occasions. We got activity in that exhibition. What really kind of blew me the first time was the fact that doing the rod session and getting a connection with an item in there, and then getting this vibration in the rods as if it was like, I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm not going to let you know. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. Hopefully that exhibition will be elsewhere in Scotland next year, fingers crossed as well. Well, Pool House move on, they've got an exhibition for World War II and the Arctic Convoy next year, and we'll be back there in April at I think it's a day before the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. So really looking forward to that as well. Yeah, and so feeling. Yeah, Eileen got that absolutely superb piece of audio, which I have heard. We'll need to take it out and actually share it on our page as well, Eileen, at some point, because it was really, really good. Yeah, really, really good. Okay. Hi, Susan. Hi also to Barbara and Mark, who joined earlier. You guys are all doing well and all ready for Christmas. So we'll move on to next year, I think, just now, because we've got some stuff planned. Some stuff we can talk about, some stuff we can't properly talk about yet. But we'll start with Lynn and Colin. Out of what we've got planned, what are you looking forward to?
Oh gosh, I've forgotten for a weekend away.
Edinburgh is going to be fun. Just the group of us going somewhere else, meeting up with another paranormal group and exploring places they've been to, but we haven't. So that'll be interesting to see if we get different things from what they've experienced. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Edinburgh and new locations, but locations, as you say, that other groups have been to that we've heard about, and also hooking up with the other groups and talking about that. Here's Scott from Paranormal History? Oh dear, not so good, Scott. Not so good. So yeah,
we also we will not have been there for a year in April. So and a new exhibition as well.
Yeah, that'll
See
be
if
really
it's
interesting.
see if we get different activity.
yeah. Kyra, what about yourself?
I think definitely Edinburgh. I'm looking forward to working with other teams and getting to learn different techniques of how people choose to investigate and maybe pick up some tips, something a bit different. I'm quite looking forward to going to Oban as well, somewhere a bit different that we've never been before. I think that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, really looking forward to Oban. I always like going to new places. So heard a few good things about this place, Dunolly Castle and Museum. So looking forward to it, and obviously getting the opportunity to support the charity as well. Which again I'm not going to try and pronounce because I'll absolutely murder it. Apologies to any Gaelic speakers. Yeah. And it always rains in Oban. It doesn't. It used to always rain in Oban, but actually, I think when we were there last time, Lindsay, it was okay, wasn't it?
We've got some.
Yeah, it was just cold.
It was very cold.
That was it.
We've had some fantastic holidays in Oban with the sun.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like Fort William. There's kind of two. It's either beautiful or it's the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any really in between at all. Yeah. So yeah, we got that one as well, and then we will have another castle, but I can't say much more on that at the moment. It has been finalised, so it will definitely be happening. But more details probably on that in the new year. But it is a castle that has never been, as far as we're aware, as far as the people who are running the castle, has never had a paranormal investigation taken place in it. So it will be a public event. So yeah, really looking forward to that one as well. There is a really good Comic Con shop in Oban as well. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really surprised, Barbara. I'm really not surprised. But yeah, we actually did an investigation years ago in Fort William. At the time was called the Skipinish Bar, and I've never seen rain like it. There was absolutely nobody on Fort William High Street at like 6 o'clock at night. It was like abandoned, and the bar is in a basement. So we were dealing all night with the sound of water dripping everywhere and whatnot. It was a really miserable night, but it was a really good investigation of that location many moons ago. Oh, no, that's an interesting comment.
Well, do you remember we debated where we would have our lunch, and then we were like, we can't go to Weatherspoons. We need to go somewhere that's not. So maybe next time that is where we'll go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember the carry on with my food.
I refuse to go to them. I'd rather just heat up my food at home.
The guy didn't know what a veggie burger was and whether he was really confused. He was like, it's just for veggies. And I was like, yeah, but is it vegetables or is it corn? And he was like, I don't know. And that was the end of the conversation.
It makes all the difference, though. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean? Like, what? And then there was something else about the food. I can't remember what the other thing was.
Yeah, the poor bloke was like a rabbit in headlights. So when you asked that question, you saw the fear on his face. They could have easily got out of it by simply saying, "I don't know. I'll go and ask the chef." But he didn't. Yeah,
it was more of a, "I don't know, and I'm not going to find out for you."
Yeah. So, but no, Yeah, so we're looking forward
There
to.
to find somewhere else. Not done that.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find somewhere else, but we're not going back to the other place where they kept opening the door.
Oh,
No.
Neither.
I don't know how many times I was up closing it. There was a outside seating bit and it was freezing, and they just kept leaving the door open behind me, and I was like, it wasn't so bad. I mean, I understood they had to go in and out, but it was just the fact they just kept leaving the door.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and this was the staff, not the guests.
Yeah.
This was the staff that were doing this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was a really good ice cream shop. Oh. Yeah.
every
we
day's
didn't
a
think-
school day on these.
Yeah. We didn't think much of the food in Fort William neither, did we, on the way back?
No.
No.
We
No.
once had ice cream and it was blowing a gale and sky in a tent. The ice cream van visited. We heard the chimes of the ice cream van visiting the campsite, and we were hiding on the tent poles. Go get the ice cream.
Yeah. It's a Scottish thing though, isn't it? Ice cream and ice cream in winter. You still get the ice cream vans coming around in the winter months. I've seen it snowing in an ice cream van in the street
That was August.
in the past. Yeah. Yeah.
Growing up, one of the traditions, you didn't get ice cream, cold foods in winter because the theory that you would get a cold. So for the whole winter, you didn't get ice cream when I was growing up. It was just
All right.
hot puddings in the winter. You got ice cream in the summer.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Some weird thoughts out there, isn't there? But I suppose, yeah, it does make sense to a certain extent when you think about it.
A fishing village sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I was just thinking that. They're quite often a front for other things, ice cream vans.
Well, no, not our ice cream lady. She comes in every
No.
Saturday at 2:00. So yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But you heard of the ice cream wars in Glasgow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't selling ice cream.
Yeah. No, up here is
Fun
like
fact, I actually found out I am related to the Italian side of those wars.
Oh.
Oh, no messing with you then, huh?
I know, right? I don't know where the connection is. I think I'll leave it at that. But
Yeah, because they made the film, didn't they? Was it what film? There was a film with what's his face? Was it Bill Patterson?
Okay.
Not sure.
Yeah, it was a Bill Forsyth film,
No,
and it was about the ice cream wars. It was like a comedy. Came out around the same time as Gregory's Girl. Made by the same.
Kyra and I are far too young for that.
Oh, Gregory's Girl. Ken that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've probably still got family in Glasgow because my granddad was from Glasgow. And again, he definitely had brothers, so probably still got family doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, there you go. So Kyra's in the mob. And are you not also, hang on a minute, are you not also
Yes.
related to the Wolf of Badenoch?
yes, that's on the other side of my family.
That's an
Bloody
interesting
hell.
mix.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, definitely. No messing with you. Get a visit from the family, either side of the family.
Yeah.
Oh dear, yeah. So there it is. Comfort and joy. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years. Must actually try and find it to watch it again. Yeah. It was that great period of Scottish comedy films that came. There was a whole spate of them. Local Hero on that as well. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So going back to Christmas, do we know what we're getting from Santa? Are we getting any ghosty things from Santa, or?
I don't know. We don't do presents, adult presents at Christmas. We just do kids ones. So unless Iona's got us a nice Christmas gift. Last year she got the the rechargeable
Oh,
heat
heat
card
and
warmers. That is
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Maybe,
some
maybe,
I had living and they'll sit clutching them.
maybe you'll get the light up dowsing rods this year.
Iona, if you're watching, light up dowsing rods.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have to shine a torch to video them.
You know when mine are moving because they squeak that much.
Yeah, all I want for Christmas is a tin of WD-40 for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Just
just
do it for my
paid-
body as well. WD-40 stop me squeaking when I move. All my bones creak.
I've just paid off my little ghost boxy thing that squashes the static, so that was, for the size of it, really expensive. So that was my Christmas gift to me.
Cool. Cat balls with go faster stripes, Eileen's doing. Going back to Gregory's girl. Ah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I am very secretive.
The local hero film was when I realised that they didn't film the film in one location, because when they were in the hotel and on the Pennon Road that's on the seafront, and then the next they went to the beach and it was sand, and I was like, that's not Pennon. I think that was the West Coast. It was clean dunes and things. So like, oh yeah.
I had a mate who I used to play shinty with, and he was Dennis Lawson's body double.
Okay.
For the first week, and then he got bored and left because he just basically said all he did was stand around on the beach all day. But he did get to have lunch with Burt Lancaster.
No.
So that's a claim to fame. Yeah.
Yeah. Body doubles, they've got to stand around a lot because the block shots they get the lighting right and things. So it's a lot of standing around doing nothing.
Yeah. How about you, Kyra?
No, nothing ghosty. I'm one of these people I ask for practical presents that I'm actually going to use, like a new kettle.
I've asked for that as well, a kettle and toaster.
Yeah, a kettle and some new pots. And no slugs in the kettle either.
No slugs.
Have you asked for a glass one?
No, I didn't. No, I've gone fancy.
Oh, dangerous ground. Yeah, dangerous ground. Mm-hmm. Oh, well. There you go. You're an exciting pair. You are, aren't you? Yeah.
You know it.
Kettles and toasters. Oh, well.
Yeah. My peak was the air fryer last year.
Oh, the air fryer, yeah. Mm-hmm. I got given one for nothing. So I was quite happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are kind of, they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, we're going to change the subject now. Bannockburn House has been used in many locations for filming. Ah, right. Yeah, because I think Eileen's, quite a few groups, I think, have investigated there. Yeah.
Ooh.
Susan, all right, okay. Who wants to go first?
I would like to do Holyrood House, Holyrood Palace.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Nobody ever says that one.
We won't because it's a royal palace, but
yeah,
I'd love to do it. We went round it last year when I was doing it at Fringe. We went doing for the day, and that's what we did in the afternoon. Just refreshed everything for me. So yeah, I would really like to do that.
Cool. Colin, yourself? Anywhere spring to mind?
Keeping the royal theme, I fancy the Tower of London.
Yeah, that would be a good one, yeah.
Given its history, there's got to be activity there.
Yeah.
Watching Robert Rinder and Philippa new documentary on the Lost Princes, the Princes in the Tower.
Ah, yeah.
A lot of evidence to say that they weren't murdered.
Mm-hmm. Did they have a conclusion?
Well, Robrinder thought that the evidence that she'd found over the last few years, she'd gotten a group together all over Europe for archives in Germany and Belgium and France, and they've ferreted documents that give credence, and they've been evaluated. They're true documents. So he thinks that there is evidence to say that they weren't murdered, they were spirited away, and they grew up. And the oldest one came back to try to take back the crown, and we don't really know what happened to him. The younger one, came back again, funded by his aunt, and he was captured, and I think he was hanged, but they got him to sign a prepared document saying he was somebody else and he was impersonating the prince. So yeah. Yeah. And I think they were murdered. I think were spirited away, but that happened to them afterwards, nobody knows. But there's lots of other things in Tower London.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Yeah.
Plus, you can chat to the ravens.
Kyra?
Dunrobin Castle for me, because it's where I had my first ever experience. It's got a real hold on me every time I visit it. I just think, oh, I'd love to investigate this place.
We'll have to have another go at them.
Yeah. It would be a big location, but it would be brilliant to get in there one day.
Yeah.
Big locations are not an issue, it's the small ones.
Yeah.
How about you, Lindsay?
A bit similar to Kyra. I want to go to Tulloch Castle, so I need to have another shot at seeing if we can get in there. Again, similar idea. I had my first experience there. And the other place, which we wouldn't get in, I don't think, would be, I would like to go to Falkland Palace. Because I was I stayed in Falkland a couple of years ago. And we actually stayed in the old coaching inn just opposite the palace. And it's definitely got stuff going on. I think I've told some of you the story about when I was on the loo. Don't worry, it's not a poo story. And I was basically and I had locked the door, and then the next minute the door just opened. And I was like, okay, this is very strange, and went through to my family, and I was like, did any of you just come in the toilet? I was like, the door was locked, but someone opened the door, and they were like, no. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah. I would like to do an abandoned hospital.
Yeah.
I'm not fussy where, but it's something I've always wanted to do, and it's got to have a morgue. Yeah, I just want to see how I would react in somewhere that kind of creepy. But yeah, I suppose it's getting more and more difficult.
America.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, most of the ones over here have been either burnt to the ground, demolished, or turned into luxury flats. But
they're still by the NHS, and they won't let you in, or they're being bought over to do up, and the companies wouldn't let you in.
No, yeah, well, that was the problem with Craig Dunane. We tried, but the company wouldn't let us in. I would have loved to done Craig Dunane. That would have been top of my wish list if it was still available. The stories I've heard about that place. So
if anybody lives in the flats up there and wants us to investigate your house, though.
Yeah, because spirit might still be hanging around there, even though the building's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. Yeah.
The building's still there.
All right. Okay. It's been.
But well, if we look at an American one, we can plan it for a couple of years and start saving.
We'll start a GoFundMe page. Yeah.
There's plenty.
I've seen them for Stranger.
Indeed. Oh well, and some good suggestions there from folks who are watching as well. And there's this Highland's in there. They managed to get into Rosalina Hospital when it was first abandoned. But yeah, I would love to do that. That would be top of the list for me, without a question. And if anyone has got any more questions for us, feel free to fire them into the comments. We'll try and answer as best we can. No, straight away. Thank you, Kimmy.
Oh.
Who wants to go first?
Seeing a cat in the back lobby, which was no longer with us physically.
And he was in shock.
Many, many years before Lynn ever started doing research for you guys.
Yeah. But I was, it was our cat. He quite like you.
Unusually, because we're dogs at the time.
And I'd been rear-ended by somebody, a daft lassie. I was indicating right in a right only turn lane, and she went right up the back of me, went to go straight ahead. So I was taking the car into Aberdeen to get assessed, and so I was just sitting waiting for him to lock up the back doors, and he shouted through and he says, "Is the cats there with you?" And I went, looked, and they were there. Gus was all grey, but with a cat with a tail the same colour. And they're here, and they went, "Oh, I've just seen Gus then." So we went into Aberdeen, got the car assessed, went to B&Q, and he was just as white as a sheet, walking around like staring into space. And I was like, at that time B&Q had a coffee bar, so I went, "We'll have to get a coffee. You need to get a hot drink and tea," because he was just still in shock, and that was a good 2 hours later, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, it was a long time. Yeah, most unexpected.
And then a month or two later, the conservatory door at that time with 2 doors through, and I only had a little trolley case, and Fraser, who was still alive at that time, there was a feather trim on it, and he'd ripped it off, so I'd stuffed it in the desk drawer so he wouldn't leave it alone. And I thought I saw Fraser nipping through between the 2 doors. It's just the grey tail. He had the same colour of tail. And I was shouting, "Fraser, leave it alone. Just leave it. Dynamite will come through there and get you." I'm
just laughing at the fact your cat was called Fraser. Name.
I guess Fraser and
Scottish
Hamish at
names.
that time.
Yeah.
And Iona came in and said, "Fraser's over here." And I went, "Oh." And then didn't have another cat with a grey tail. So it could have only been Fraser if he was an alive cat. So it must have been Gus darting through.
And now he's playing up with the stream.
Yeah. We're back, or we're all frozen.
Anybody still there? You're back. I don't know what happened there.
No, I thought it was my internet.
No, I think that must have been StreamYard itself.